welcome Daaji on this platform of 10th Bhartiya Chhatra Sansad. Over to you, Daaji.
Namaskaram. Namaste. Namaste everyone. Very special dignitaries and Savi Chhatra Sansad members. Actually, I feel honored and privileged to be part of this proceeding. I am supposed to talk on how to move forward with a sensitive heart going into the future. No one had seen the future. We have no control over our past either. Even something that we have done or spoken 2 minutes back, I cannot withdraw my words, nor can I withdraw my actions. The future is too far for me. Even something that is to happen 2 minutes later, it's not in my control. Now it's very slippery. Before even you think that you have a grip over this present called now, it slips away very fast. So what are we working on? When we have big goals in life, there should be practical goals. Yes, we do like to establish some level of brotherhood, some level of harmony, some level of love within the society. One community says, I will have only one child. Another community says, I will have only 2 children. Third community says, there is no limit to it because my religion says so. What happens over a period of time? There is a shift in balance of this population. Nation's identity changes over a long period of time when this system is forcefully implemented. Family matters, though, affect the community and the nation at large, should be the family's decision. I don't think any democracy or any dictatorship can force you to do anything as far as many personal decisions are concerned. Let them remain private. Instead of blaming the population, which most countries are after in curbing the population, imagine the situation in Europe today. It is so dire. The population is going down the hill. Same thing happens in the United States. 300,000, rather 300 million population, which was there a few decades back, continues to remain same. Thanks to immigrants. Countries like Norway, Sweden, Finland, populations are actually dropping. And when you try to fill them up with irresponsible decision making by the heads of the society, heads of the country, it brings up disasters. The population that doesn't fit your culture, you invite them, then what happens to that culture, to the society? It creates tremendous imbalance. Even Saudi Arabia, you try to bring in Saudi Arabia a person from, let us say, Syria. There will be uproar, even though both are Islamic. But Saudi Arabia will not permit it. But they will make louder noise when something like that happens in India. We have to make a serious note of all these things. Chhatra Parishad mein jo bhi baatein ho rahi hai, of course, it is great for national interests. But use your heart and see where we are going from here. No one can tell that you must do something at this moment of time. Let your heart be the guiding force. In yoga, it is called, through yoga, every act of yours becomes kausalam, means towards perfection. Yoga karmashu kausalam. And what is yoga? Yoga means to be united, to remain integrated with the higher source. What is the higher source within myself? My higher conscience. How do I activate my higher conscience? That is all about yoga. meditation can help us arrive at such a level of sensitivity. Your heart becomes extremely powerful, extremely sensitive in making the right decision. The very first step in yoga is discrimination, viveka. I should be able to differentiate what is good for me, what is bad for me. You all are youngsters. You soon will be out of these MIT universities. You'll have the fond memories of this place. You'll be looking for a job. Once you find a job, perhaps even before you find a job, you might be even interested in settling down with a family. Whom will you marry? Person you love or the person whom you love so much? Or the person who is willing to die for you? So there are two sides of the equation, person you love, and the other scenario is person who loves you so much. Whom would you choose if they are two different individuals? Only your heart can guide you under such matters. Which job to take? One fellow is giving me 1,50,000, another is giving me 1,70,000. How would you decide which job to take? When you pursue later on a political field, would you become so courageous enough not to be afraid of anything in this world? Swami Vivekananda talks of fearlessness. You must agree, yes, fearlessness is great, courage is great, love is great. But in all these three scenarios, courage, fearlessness, and love, off and to a wrong person can bring about disasters. Imagine some of the politicians of today, they are already fearless. If they become too powerful and too fearless that nobody can remove them, nobody can take any actions on them, they can rape, they can murder, they can say whatever they like to say, what will happen to such a society because of such fearless politicians who do not worry about the law? Same thing about courage, same thing about love, loving a wrong person, undeserving person. So heart has to be sensitized to such an extent that before I make a decision, my mind and my heart must form an eclipse of conscience. What I mean by eclipse of conscience is this, that imagine a situation where your mind guides you in one direction. Within few seconds, your heart says, no, don't do that, please, it's not right for you. Then what happens at that time? You have inner conflict. But when your mind agrees with your heart, there is a perfect synergy, resonance, eclipsing. And when can we have such a perfect eclipsing between the heart and the mind? When the heart is very clear, and when mind has logically also come to the same conclusion, then take it for granted that your decision is correct. How to listen to the voice of the heart. Before we come to that, I must congratulate MIT. It's one of the institutions who has encouraged their faculties and who has also encouraged their students to take up this heartfulness way of meditation so that the heart can give you the right signals, the right decisions. It is very important, be it a decision for taking up a job, be it whom to marry, later on how to raise children, and how to arrive at a special state of happiness in life. To me, I would like you to understand these following few steps, my dear friends. You are so young. Everyone would like to be happy. No one in this world, no one in this universe, even a dog or a cat or an insect, or even a flowering plant would like to suffer. No one likes to suffer. Everyone would like to arrive at a state of happiness. Now fast forward your life and say you have come after long days of work, back home and your wife or your husband is at home waiting for you to fight. You had a wonderful day, but you're entering into the house, there's so much of restlessness. Would you enjoy such a moment? You can't. You need to have inner harmony as well as outer harmony within the family. You may have a very happy and healthy and harmonious family. What if the community around you is fighting all the time? It's a problem. But that is not in my control. What is in my control is my inner weather, my inner condition, my inner feelings. I can remain in a harmonious state so that I can enjoy the happiness. If I am restless, I will not be able to enjoy this phase of happiness, even though you may be very healthy, you may be very wealthy also. But without this inner harmony, you cannot enjoy happiness. Do you agree with me on that point? If you agree, let us find out what creates this harmony. How to arrive at harmony. Our authority on spiritualism, authority on material life, authority of everything that happens in life, it's concentrated in one book, Bhagavad Gita. There Lord Krishna says, you can arrive at harmony only with a contemplative mind. Now, he gave the hints that you can arrive at a contemplative mind which will lead you to harmony, which will lead you to happiness. But how to arrive at a contemplative mind? What is contemplative mind? So let's analyze what is contemplation. Contemplation, let us say, you want to start a business. When you think of a business that, okay, I would like to start this business, first of all, you will think of location, where to establish this. Second thing, you will think of the finance. If you don't have enough finance, you might prepare yourself for a loan, or you might find a person in whom you have faith, in whom you can have trust, and borrow money, or make him your partner or investor. You will also seek guidance from many other individuals who have gone through this part of business. And most of all, you will take the experience of working in that particular field of business. So now what has happened, though you have one single goal that I would like to start a business, but you have gone through the entire circle, what all will be involved in making this business very successful. You are thinking about that project from all angles. Past, present, the future. You are seeing the trajectory of it affected by many factors. That is contemplative mind. And how can you arrive at a contemplative mind? Lord Krishna says, it is only through focusing your mind. And how can you focus your mind? Having a regulation of mind is the focused mind. And how can you regulate your mind? Only through dhyana, only through meditation. Now you please connect the dots. Meditation leading to regulation of mind, regulation mind leading to focused mind leading to contemplative mind, contemplative mind leading to harmony, harmony leading to happiness. So the root of all this is in the heart that is sensitized enough to make a rightful decision. Instead of rushing into so many things, even if you close your eyes, forget God for a moment. I am not here promoting God. Even if you are a non-believer, it is okay with me at this moment. But if chance permits, we can always talk of belief and non-belief of God. But at the moment, even if you are a non-believer of God and you have to make a right decision, just close your eyes and reflect on it for a few minutes. You may get the right decision or you may not get the right decision. Again, do the same exercise before you go to sleep. By the morning, you will be able to make a perfect decision. I guarantee you on that. You try it out, see what happens. Reflecting on what to do, what not to do, in itself is a big exercise. You know, there are many people, even when they do the wrong thing, even when they see the consequences of their action, which are so pathetic, so negative, and it is so disturbing the society, they still do not see that it was wrong. These are foolish or ignorant people. There are individuals who, while performing the actions, they understand that what I am going to do or what I am doing right now is wrong. So they prevent themselves from doing it, or they regret for doing the wrong thing. The smartest and the most wise of the individuals are the ones who, before even thinking, before even committing to an action, they feel the pulse of it, that yes, what I'm going to do the next is not right. And they desist themselves from doing it. So the root cause of even the external pollution that you see, the pollution of water, pollution of air, adulterating grains, food grains, and the worst of all, adulterating the mind. Most people have not thought of adulteration of the mind, pollution of the mind. If the pollution of the mind can be curbed through yoga, through dhyana, then your heart and mind will remain so pure. And it is this purity of the heart and mind that can weave, that can prepare us for a better future. Without this purity of the mind and heart, we as an individual will fail. When an individual fails, society fails. When a society fails, the nation fails. The whole purpose of life, because of this misguided heart, is ruined. So total integration is required. Only an integrated heart can love another person. Only then there can be peace in this world. If peace you are seeking, if you are seeking happiness, look within your heart. Answer is not very far. Thank you for my patient listening, and I'm grateful to Mr. Karad for inviting me and share my views. If I have hurt anybody, please forgive me by my words. If you like what I have suggested, intensify your practice so that your heart remains always vigilant. Thank you so much. Thank you.